Final score in Orchard Park, Bills 20, Jets 12. The green and white now 7-6 on the season. This is the 2-minute drill presented by HCL Tech. Quincy, the Jets felt like they had their chance in this game, just couldn't quite get over the hump. What do you feel like was the biggest hurdle for them?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say. There were so many different things that kind of made this game so much more challenging for this Jets team. From the turnovers to the injuries to the penalties, right? You had 7 penalties for 61 yards. That's just not going to cut it. Then 2 turnovers, a fumble in the red zone, and then a fumble in the Bills' territory. So you're just putting yourself behind the 8 ball every time you do that.
And one of those guys, in terms of injuries, was Mike White. He took a shot to the ribs, exits the game, comes back into the game. That happened 2 times. But Mike White finishes the game 27 of 44, 268 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. What did this performance against a very good defense show to you?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is that it just showed that Mike White is a warrior. You know, you want a quarterback that's going to go out there and attack and continue to play no matter what's going on around him. I think the Bills have a quarterback out there that's really a guy that you can rally around, a guy that's going to go out there and make plays and be tough. And Mike White looks like that guy for the Jets, a guy that goes out there no matter what's going on. He was out for a few plays, and he took a few big hits in this game and still came back and threw for some great strikes during that game.
And you could even tell when he came back into the game, even when he just got shoved lightly, you could see his face wincing in pain from the rib injury. But this Jets defense, we have to talk about them. Buffalo's held to 20 points. The Jets defense held the Bills to 17 points at MetLife Stadium. They played phenomenally, it felt like, even though the Bills still put up 20.
Yeah, I mean, the Jets defense really kept the Jets in the game. It's unfortunate, you know, they had majority of those penalties that kind of kept the Jets behind the game. But if you just look at the totality of the game, you know, they kept Josh Allen in check. They kept Stephon Diggs in check. And those are the 2 guys that are really going to hurt you with this team.
Especially in the beginning of the game, we had talked about how fast Buffalo likes to start, the 3rd team in scoring in terms of points in the first and second quarters. The Jets only let up 7 points in the first half. Obviously, the weather played a big factor there, but the Jets return home to MetLife Stadium next week in Week 15 to take on the Detroit Lions.